Now I can see why the most popular H hentai is an NTR. What? No, it's not. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. Now I can see why majority of people hates NTR so much. Yeah, because it's fucking I don't know. There are different ways to use NTR, right? Like if you've seen Emergence or Metamorphosis, which I have the physical copy of, you can tell that Shindo L really. Okay, I'm gonna talk about like fucking hentai like it's fucking cinema. Because Shindo L really put in the effort of trying to get to know the hardships of these tags and putting it in a very realistic manner, right? It's just one fucked up thing happening leading to another, right? And so it gives you like a certain point of like a point of view where these are horrible and you should never like get aroused to this basically, right? I don't know, but there are fucked up people out there. Vanilla just doesn't have that spice. Vanilla is still pretty good, I have to say, okay? Hey, don't shit on Vanilla. Vanilla is still pretty... Okay, I have to admit, Vanilla is kind of fucking boring, right? But there is that sense of like, fulfillment, right? You get that sense of fulfillment when you read Vanilla hentai. Because, when you read Vanilla hentai, you don't really read Vanilla hentai to be fucking horny. Okay, truth be told, that is not why people read vanilla hentai. People read hentai because hentai goes to the extremes of fetishes. Okay, people read hentai so they can, you know, explore the extremes of their fetishes. Nobody would want to read hentai to read like vanilla, right? So when people actually read vanilla, it's most likely they're not like reading it like for the sake of, you know, getting hot. It's more like a sense of fulfillment, right? When people read vanilla, because it gets to fill that gap. It's like that void in somewhere in their heart. I'm wording it very poorly because I'm eating right now, but that is like what I think, right? Like hentai is vanilla is very aware that its purpose is to relate to people, okay? Because extreme fetishes, extreme tags do not care about like relatability. It's honestly just there to explore extreme fetishes that people cannot otherwise find anywhere else. It's like a sense of fulfillment in a sense that it's like they get the climax that they feel like they should get. Does that make sense? Right? They get the climax that they feel they deserve to get themselves. And so it's more like self-insert coming into the vanilla protagonists, right? Because naturally, everyone believes that they deserve a happy ending. Everyone believes that. So that's why a lot of people love watching like slice of life anime, slice of life medium, what do you call this? Like a coming of age movies. People love watching those because they love to believe that like everything will turn out great, and people will naturally believe that they deserve to have a happy ending. They deserve to have a great ending, and that's why people are more drawn to more wholesome things like that, right? And that's why vanilla is as bland as it is. It has a point. It needs to be there. Paasa yung vanilla. If you're in NTR, salamat. Bro, I don't know what you've been through, man. I don't know. What do you mean relatable NTR? I don't know, bro. I guess in terms of story writing, I can understand why NTR. Okay, here's why NTR sells well. Okay, let me tell you why NTR sells well. Okay, NTR sells well because of its nature, because of its conflicted nature. Okay, people naturally cling into vanilla tags because they want a sense of fulfillment. People who read NTR want a sense of diversity, right? They want a sense of, because it's more exciting, basically. Why is it exciting? Because it's very conflicting in nature, right? Imagine you're the protagonist and you're like put in a situation where you have to watch the love of your life get fucked in front of you, right? Now, in that sense, it's the same thing with writing movies, because it's fiction. Right? How do you make the story interesting? And how you make the story interesting is if you put conflicts after conflict after conflict, right? It's gonna be super boring if the movie just constantly it's just Deus Ex Machina where they constantly just give everything to the MC, right? It's gonna be fucking boring. Your character needs to overcome obstacles in order to make for an interesting story. They have to be like an active character, right? And That's like the thing that's missing with Vanilla, because Vanilla it goes exactly the way you expect it to go to, right? That's why it's very comforting, because you know exactly how it's gonna end, and you're literally just reading Vanilla just for the hell of the sense of fulfillment, because you know how it's gonna end either way. NTR, you don't know how it's gonna end, because there's conflict after conflict after conflict. Will he be able to stop the NTR? Will he be able to overcome it? Will he be able to escape the grasp of his kidnappers? Will he be able to succeed? Whatever. Will he just succumb to the threat? It's conflict like these that grips the audience into their seat, trying to think of what's gonna happen next. Because it's very conflicted, and humans in general, in nature, are very curious. Okay, we are very curious. Humans in general, humans in nature. You humans are in nature are very curious, right? And we always want to know what happens next. If we are presented with a conflict that has a possible solution given to us in our heads, we always want to crave that same mentality that the protagonists need to take. That is why horror movies work really well back in the day, right? Like when it was first introduced, horror movies worked so well because these main characters will always do stupid shit. That's on purpose, right? Because the filmmakers want you to think that way, that you're so dumb, you should have ran straight. Why would you check that door when you heard noises? Because it invites suspense. It invites interaction with viewers. That's how they grip you, right? When the guy being NTR is watching the love of his life being fucked in front of him, you get that sense of, why are you letting this happen? How are you so weak? You need to be stronger, right? That's what you think, right? That's what they get you to think when you're reading these, right? How are you this fucking weak? That's the love of your life. Fight for her, right? You love her, don't you? So you constantly try to find solutions for them, and so you constantly try to find what happens next to see if they will eventually do what you think they should do, right?